And what role does the lives we have outside of work impact our well-being in the workplace? And if you're trying to make an intervention, do you focus primarily on controlling the environment at work for optimal well-being, or on things such as work-life balance, self-care, mindfulness is really, really important, for the individual who can then come to work as a better performing person?
So I think they're all important, but I think they all have their place as well. So my personal interest is very much in how we develop the capacity and the skills in individuals to, maintain their own well-being, to have self-regulation strategies, to be able to manage their emotions, to be able to manage their cognitions and so on as well. But what I will say is that that can only help somebody to manage themselves. If they are in a very poorly designed job or in a very negative work environment, the best those individual strategies will do is help you cope with a bad situation a bit better. It won't change the situation. And if we look at the workplace wellness industry, let's say more broadly, and I think the last time I read something, it was something like an $8 billion US dollar industry. And there's some key studies which shows that it's not that effective for all the money that's being spent on it. And of course, one of the reasons why it's not effective is because organizations are not taking the time to diagnose what the issues are. And a lot of the time when we talk about organizational well-being, the issues are not necessarily that an individual needs a bit more mindfulness. Mindfulness can be beneficial to an individual, but ultimately, if they're in a job that requires them to work long hours, to do too many things, that has unrealistic deadlines, that doesn't have a good, positive relational environment, well, those things need to change, and ultimately changing those things through organization level interventions will fix the problem as opposed to helping people to cope with the problem a bit more effectively. So I think from, my even though my interest is often in the individual level, I think from an industry perspective, well-being needs, organizational well-being needs to focus very much on that diagnosis piece a lot more, to look at what needs to be changed and what is the things that are causing poor well-being in an organization or for a group of employees or something like that.